Fellas, before we start this video, I do need to issue a fucking warning about this stuff. This shit is evil. Right? I am not responsible for anything you do with this shit. So that I'm going to tell you what to do. Just don't be a fucking dickhead and misuse this. Right. So in my own life, I can veritably guarantee that any woman that I've dated for at least 2 weeks or longer will start having dreams and fantasizing about me. I can also guarantee she will do 100% of the pursuing, even if she had low interest in the beginning. Why? Well, I have data to prove it takes about 2 weeks. And that data actually comes from the women who tell me when they start fantasizing and dreaming about me. Anyway, use this ethically because it will make her obsessed with you. Or as one girl recently put it, who's a model, by the way, and has hundreds of thousands of followers, she said to me, I am infatuated by you, which infatuated, fellas, means an unhealthy level of obsession. She said she's unhealthily obsessed with me. Right, so there's 2 steps, fellas. The first is uncertainty. And then the second is actually what casinos use to make people addicted to gambling. So, you know, we're off to a good start when we're talking about fucking how to make people addicted to gambling. It's called random intermittent reward. Now, you're like, Force, what the fuck is that? And I'll explain both of these. Now, the prerequisite, fellas, to this is she must already be very attracted to you. If she's not, this process will not happen in 2 weeks. If you want to make a woman incredibly attracted to you, just watch my other fucking videos on this channel. Just try the stuff out. I've said this a million times. It works. Right? Just try out, shut the fuck up, and you'll see what happens when you do it. Okay? I've been doing this for too long to try and convince you motherfuckers this stuff works. Not anymore. Maybe in 2018, not in 2026. Okay? Let's get on with the video. So she must be very attracted to you. Like I said, I've got loads of videos explaining this bullshit. Now, making a woman obsessed with you, you have to start with the uncertainty. Why? And I love this quote. Uncertainty is a woman's kryptonite. Right? And uncertainty basically means, fellas, she doesn't know whether you like her or you don't like her. It's the questions. It's the unanswered questions. What this is going to do, fellas, when she has unanswered questions about you, women are terrible with this. And unfortunately, we can exploit it if that's what you want to do. Be careful. Her subconscious will try and work out you. So what will happen is, you may have done this before in your own life, you'll keep replaying the conversation in your head. You'll keep replaying it, trying to work it out. Did he think this? Oh, he thought this. Oh no, he didn't think this. It was this. And you'll keep working around because you don't have an answer. So your brain cannot go without an answer. This is called the Zeigarnik effect. Or something like that, I think. Which basically means when you have an unanswered question, it's going to keep existing and it's going to stick in your subconscious until you can work it out. And obviously there's no answer because she doesn't know. That's why we provide uncertainty. She doesn't know the answer, so she's going to keep thinking about you. Now, the reason why this is important, fellas, is because she's done a huge amount of what we call mental investment. Now, what does this mean? Well, mental investment, fellas, is simply the percentage of her mental cycles, so basically the percentage of her thoughts that are around you, right? When she has a high percentage of her thoughts around you, she has a high mental investment in you. Now, mental investment, fellas, is required for her to form an attachment and become obsessed with you. The more she thinks about you, the more attached and the more obsessed she will become with you. And the way you're going to get a mental investment, fellas, is by creating uncertainty, which means she doesn't know where she stands with you and she keeps trying to work it out in her subconscious. Okay, I told you this is some evil shit. Don't be a dickhead with this, right? And this is why I don't make fucking videos like this, because I get a percentage of you motherfuckers who abuse this stuff. Don't do that. Okay? Okay. Right. The other really sort of nasty piece of this is when she has unanswered questions about you, right? So like, let's say like, it's like having a jigsaw, right? Let's say you've got this piece filled, you got this piece filled, you got this piece, you got this piece. Then you got all of these unfilled pieces, right? Wow, this is such a good drawing, Force. I know, right? You got all of these unfilled pieces, right? I'm just gonna question mark. Yeah, all right. We get it. Okay, great. So you've got a few which are ticked. All right, we know the answer. Then you've got all of these fucking question marks. Now, why is this important? Another reason. So obviously we talked about mental investment and whatnot, which is going to create an attachment. But what's also going to happen is she is now going to project, right? When she's working in her subconscious, like thinking about you, when she eventually gets answers to these questions from her own brain, not from you, they will be projections. And these projections, fellas, will always be immensely positive, right? They will come deep from her subconscious on traits that she is extremely attracted to and is extremely positive about. So she'll probably think, oh, this guy clearly has loads of other options. This guy's clearly in demand for other beautiful women. So she'll start answering those questions with really good things about you, which comes from her subconscious. Right? She'll be, oh my God, he must be so in demand. Oh my God, he must be so kind and caring. Oh my God, I want him. He must be on his purpose. Oh my God, he must be really ambitious and he must be going places. She'll fill these gaps with positive things about you. This is why I always say, shut the fuck up. There is nothing you can say that will increase her attraction towards you than the stuff that she generates in her own head about you. Nothing, right? If you leave unanswered questions, she will project positive qualities that she is attracted to you onto you. And she will assume you are that sort of person. That's why you leave mystery. Okay? Her brain will create a flawless, almost fantasy version of you. Okay? So now you understand why I said to shut the fuck up when you're with your girl. Right? Right. Phase 2. Right, I'm not going to go too deep into this. Right, I'm going to give you some of the theory, but I'm not going to give you all of it because obviously this is a public video, and I do not know who is watching this video. Some of you motherfuckers might misuse this, but if you want like the full, like unabridged, unedited, like full A to Z, 360-degree, here's everything. Just shut the fuck up. You use it. Do whatever you want with it. If you want everything. All the dark shit I can't talk about publicly. All the psychological tactics, all the body language, all the vocal tonality, all the words, all of that bullshit. You can get that in my dating system. Which if you want to learn more about that, click the top link in the description, fill in your information, and then watch the video on that page, which basically breaks it down. Then if you're interested, you can apply to join, and if you want, you can buy it. If you don't. I don't give a shit. Right. With that out of the way, let's go to phase 2. Random, I'm not going to write the whole word. Random intermittent reward. Okay? Random intermittent reward. Now what is this? Well, random intermittent reward, fellas, is what it says on the tin. It is when you randomly, the keyword is random here, is when you're randomly rewarded. Right? The keyword is random. Why? Well, if you get a reward on a predictable schedule, yes, it becomes habit, right? But it becomes boring, right? Novelty wears off. It's not interesting anymore. You get bored of it, right? This is why people keep doing harder and harder drugs, because they do the drug, oh well, that's so good. They do it, it's not so good. Oh, it's not, and they keep doing it, it's not so good. So they try something more. Oh my God, that was so good. And then that gets boring. They get used to it. Then they try something new. Wow, that was even better. And we get used to it. When something is random, this releases the most amount of dopamine. And if you didn't know, fellas, dopamine is not just the molecule of pleasure, which it is, but it's the molecule of fucking addiction. This is how gambling companies make you addicted. They use random, intermittent reward. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. You don't know when, but sometimes you win big, and when you do win, you win big. Right? So if I give you the scientific definition that I've prepared here on my notes, random intermittent reward is when a reward is delivered unpredictably rather than on a set schedule. It triggers the highest spikes of dopamine possible in the mammalian brain, which is true. So fellas, when you combine these, the uncertainty of what you're doing, whether you like her, are you pulling back, are you really interested, are you sleeping with other girls, what's your feelings on her, whatever. And then when you combine that with random intermittent reward, so some of the time you're really positive to her, you're like, oh, I think about you all of the time, I care about you so much, all of this bullshit. And then some of the time you're cold, you're distant, you don't give a shit, you text her back 2 days later, you disappear for a day, whatever. When you combine these two things, you create infatuation. And I will not give you the definition for infatuation, but it basically translates to, or it is, what infatuation is is literally an unhealthy obsession. Okay? Like I said, fellas, this video is evil. By the way, I don't do this, right? Another rule you have to understand, and this is one of Force's laws of attraction, laws of dating, is that women don't love you, they love the way you make them feel. So to keep her interested and maintain the attraction and build the attachment, you do have to spike her emotions up and down a little bit. And everything I've talked about above is one way you can do it. Fellas, when you use this stuff, it's not a matter of if she becomes obsessed. It's a matter of when. So use this power as you will. If you like these theory style videos where I do deep dives into my strategies, into the psychology of dating, into all of this stuff, fellas, let me know, because contrary to popular belief, Force Ops does read all of the comments, or most of them. I'd say at least 90%. I just don't have the time to respond because I actually run other businesses, right? And this is what I do in my free time. I do this shit part-time to help you motherfuckers out. So be grateful. Right, I don't need to be sitting here on a fucking Saturday morning at 5 fucking a.m. preparing these fucking videos. But yet I am on 2 hours of sleep. But you get the point. So yeah, I read all of the comments, and if you motherfuckers want help with anything, that's why I'm here at the end of the day, is to help you motherfuckers. I don't need your money. I genuinely just want to help. So if you do have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Or any feedback, how I can make the videos better for you guys, just let me know, and I'll do my best to try and improve. All right, fellas, if you want the advanced tactics, you know where to go. Go and get my system if you want. If you don't get it. It's just more headache for me. But if you do, you know where to find it. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully, fellas, if I don't die before then.